Democratic Senator Tim Kaine of Virginia has suggested that there may be a legal basis for using the 14th Amendment to prevent former President Donald Trump from appearing on the 2024 ballot. Kaine's argument centers on Trump's actions in relation to the January 6 attack on the U.S. Capitol. After the events of January 6, the House of Representatives impeached Trump on charges of inciting an insurrection in his bid to overturn the election results. The impeachment received support from 10 Republicans and all Democrats, but was followed by Trump's acquittal in the Senate. Kaine explained his perspective during an interview with ABC's This Week host, George Stephanopoulos. He contended that the attack on the Capitol aimed to disrupt the peaceful transfer of power outlined in the Constitution. Kaine argued that there is a strong argument to be made based on the specific language in the 14th Amendment. This language states that individuals who previously held office took an oath to support the Constitution, but then engaged in insurrection or rebellion can be disqualified from future office unless granted amnesty by a two-thirds vote of Congress. While Kaine's view has support from some legal scholars and advocacy groups, previous attempts to use the 14th Amendment against other Republicans have failed. The Trump campaign, in response to this potential action, labeled it as blatant election interference. Kaine, who was the vice presidential nominee in the past, noted that there were debates among his congressional colleagues regarding using the 14th Amendment to remove Trump from office instead of pursuing a second impeachment after January 6. He expressed that this approach might have been more productive at the time, but also cautioned against placing all hopes on this legal maneuver. Kaine suggested that the matter will likely be resolved in the courts, but emphasized the importance of focusing on winning the 2024 elections. He stressed that this starts with winning legislative races in his home state of Virginia in 2023, which would send a strong message about the upcoming elections. Recently, President Joe Biden directed the Democratic National Committee, DNC, to allocate $1.2 million to support these legislative races in Virginia. The funds will be used for campaign staffing and get-out-the-vote efforts throughout the state. Kaine also criticized several 2024 Republican presidential contenders for pledging support to Trump, even if he were to be convicted of a crime. He argued that this showed a complete lack of a moral compass necessary for leadership. When asked about Trump's competitive polling despite legal challenges, Kaine attributed it to the collective trauma experienced by Americans due to the COVID-19 pandemic. He also highlighted the Biden administration's accomplishments, including infrastructure investments, clean energy initiatives, job growth, and the return of manufacturing jobs to the United States. Kaine believed that the contrast between Biden's legislative achievements and Trump's legal trials would be beneficial for Democrats. However, when questioned about the close race between Biden and Trump, Kaine pointed to the need for better messaging to effectively communicate the accomplishments of the Biden administration, such as infrastructure projects and job growth. He believed that this would play a crucial role in securing Biden's re-election.